Hello there, I'm Brian Chavez, a colonist from Rhode Island. Today I will tell you what I know about the founding of the Rhode Island colony. First things first, the colony of Rhode Island has several names. Of course there was Rhode Island, but there was a short version. It was actually called the State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantation. It was also called the Ocean State and Little Rhodey. Giovanni da Fiorano was an Italian explorer. On one of his travels, he docked on the coast of Rhode Island in 1524. Its size reminded him of an island off the coast of the Aegean Sea called Rhodes. A Dutch explorer named Adrian Block also came to Rhode Island in 1614. He noticed that some part of the island had red clay along its shore. Because of this, Block called Rhode Island Rhode Islet, meaning Red Island in Dutch. Fiorano and Block comment about Rhode Island probably inspired an idea for the colony's name. No one is entirely sure who found Rhode Island, but the best guess is a man named Walter Williams in 1643. Williams was a man that believed that everyone should believe in whatever they want to believe in. He led the colonists of Rhode Island and found the capital of Providence. The only bad thing about Rhode Island is the terrible cold weather in winter time. I lived in Rhode Island for most of my life and I suffered through the freezing cold winter. Rhode Island is a great place, but I advise you to stay away in the winter. It's a great place to swim, hike, and fish.
Hello friends, I'm Hannah Cross, a colonist from Rhode Island. Today I shall tell you a bit about the wonderful Rhode Island colony. Rhode Island colony was located on the east coast of North America. Rhode Island is in the area of what is now called New England. Rhode Island is our smallest state. It is so small that it can fit into Illinois about 45 times. Rhode Island is made up of 36 islands. In Rhode Island there are several hills, lakes, ponds, ocean bays, wooded terrain, and forests. The climate is fairly warm in the summer, mild in the spring, chilly in the fall, and very cold in the winter. The rainfall is light and seldom do big hurricanes occur. Work was rough for the Rhode Islanders. They built their own houses, chopped their own wood, and made everything they needed. They even made their own clothing and linen fabric from the flax plant. Most of the men colonists were fishermen, sailors, farmers, traders, tailors, builders, and privateers, which was a nice way of saying pirate for hire. The women colonists had it hard. While the men were away, they cooked, they cleaned, gathered food and water, and took care of the children. But that wasn't the least of it.
Mommy, unlocked the horse stalls, fed the chickens, fetched water from the well, gathered a bundle of firewood, harvested the vegetable garden, and got the sugar you needed from the market. Can I go play now? I've done everything on my to-do list.
Cameron, darling, you've only done half of the things on your to-do list. Stop slacking! Go work! Rhode Island and the New England area in general are famous for their seafood, hence New England clam chowder and several other fine seafood dishes. The colonists caught fish. They also caught lobsters, oysters, and clams.
I think I got one.
Really?
Yes.
Yay, we'll have dinner tonight!
Ooh, trout are my favorite. Get the bucket, honey.
Okay. They preserved the food they had with salt. Why don't we just put this in the refrigerator?
That hasn't been invented yet.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. The colonists of Rhode Island were also farmers. Thank you, Metacomet. They grew several different varieties of vegetables, like corn, beans and peas, carrots, pumpkins, and parsnips. So the next time you take a trip to the East Coast or the New England area, I recommend you take a trip to Rhode Island. Thank you, my fellow colonists, for being such a great audience. And now for our next segment, I will hand it over to Mr. Reed. Cameron, take it away.
Hello, I'm Cameron, a Rhode Island colonist. I will be teaching you about the Rhode Island colony's relationship with the Native Americans. Walter Williams led the colonists. Williams and the Native Americans had a very good relationship. The Native Americans in the area at the time were the Wampanoag, the Narragansett, the Nipmucks, and the Neontics. colonists traded glass cups, bells, and other trinkets for furs, grains, other foods, and wood. The natives and the colonists lived in peace for several years. Then the troubles began.
The colonies of several states pushed the natives further and further off their land. War broke out in Massachusetts and eventually spread to many other colonies, including Rhode Island. The indigenous people were good-natured and tried to stay neutral, but the colonists attacked them in the swamps, killing many. The natives, taking offense, attacked the colonists in the woods, thus starting the war.
The war was very long and brutal. It was known as the King Philip War, and it went on for a very long time, from 1675 to 1676.
They kept attacking each other, burning villages and massacring captives.
Many from both sides died. Then the war ceased when Metacomet, the chief of the Wampanoag, died. The peace was restored. After the war, the colonists started to rebuild the town of Newport and many other settlements. Many buildings and houses were destroyed during the war, so many people were left without a home. After the war, the population of the natives decimated, leaving more land for the colonists. The two major tribes, the Wampanoag and the Narragansett, were almost wiped out. After a few years, the colonist population nearly doubled from 2,500 to 6,000. Many other settlements were born, including Pawtucket, Bristol, East Greenwich, Kingston, Westerly, Woonstock, and Cranston. The colonies of Rhode Island thrived and soon united with the charter, becoming the Rhode Island colony. I would advise you to go to Rhode Island. If you need encouragement, I have 3 great reasons why you should go. 1, they have the world's best seafood. 2, they enjoy very nice weather. And 3, Rhode Island is a great place to fish, swim, sail, and scuba along its scenic, picture-perfect coast. I say 3 cheers for Rhode Island! Thank you for listening and have a Rhode Island-y day.